Our next guest made a name for himself a few years back as the lead singer for a band called Men at Work, and this is his first solo album right here, entitled Looking for Jack. And now, folks, singing tonight with our band, Paul Schaefer and the Kids. The song is called Hold Me. Please welcome Colin James Hay.
Il bambele giuse tu ya banda, il bambele giuse come casa, il bambele giuse tu ya banda. You're born alone and die the same. In between can take a while. Only one drop in the sea of time sometimes makes it hard to smile. If you find someone to share your life, things are never quite the same. Years we've traveled seem like days gone past, and we've known so little pain. At this point in time I stand alone. To the phone I'm holding on. Outside people stare as if to say, you know there's nobody home. Hold me when you're lonely. Hold me when you're lonely. When the papers read that all is lost, only darkness lies ahead. Speak softly and soothe and chase the fear, and on me you rest your head. When the nights are hot with heavy air, or it's freezing to the bone, you may lie drunk in the city square. You may feel lost and forlorn. Hold me when you're lonely. 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 When you're lonely. Hold me when you're lonely.
Come on over. You want to bring that with you? Or Colin James Hay, ladies and gentlemen. Nice job. Great to have you here. Have a seat, sir. Ah, sounded great.
Thanks very much.
Are you in the middle of a tour now?
No, I haven't started a tour. I have to put a band together first.
Yeah.
It's what I call my scary project.
Yeah, that would be tough, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but I'm doing it here, so I figure if you can't do it here, you can't do it anywhere.
And then once you begin touring, you go everywhere, or just a limited deal?
Well, probably everywhere. It depends on who buys the record. You know?
Yeah.
If we, North America and Europe and Japan and maybe Guam.
Guam. Yeah. Well, that's worth doing the record.
South American countries. Yeah.
Now, you're from Scotland. Is that right or not right?
Yeah, I was born and brought up in Scotland.
Yeah, how long did you live there?
14 years.
What city?
A little town called Saltcoats in Ayrshire, Scotland.
Mm-hmm. And what kind of community is that?
It's a coastal town. It's where the Glasgow workers used to come every year and destroy.
Mm-hmm.
They used to sort of come there for 2 years.
It's a resort town?
Yeah, for 2 weeks out of every year they would come and sort of wreck the place and then go home.
Yeah.
So thanks very much, but I went see you later on, Jay, all right? So I moved to Australia when I was 14 and I was a wee laddie.
Yeah, your folks decided to go to Australia for...
Yes, for a better world.
Yeah.
You know, there's not the similarities between there and America in a way, because it's a place that's full of immigrants, you know.
Yeah.
So there's 123 different languages spoken in Melbourne, and when I went there, it was there's just lots of different people there. But it was so different going to the other side of the world when you're 14.
Yeah, there must have been a frightening experience.
Well, at the time, it was, you know, I was just really homesick, but in a lot of ways, it gave me a double perspective on a lot of things. You know, just being brought up in one place and then going down to Australia, and then I'm in New York. One day I'll just sort of pick an accent and stick to it. Yeah. You know?
But people now, especially in this country, are nuts about Australia, aren't they?
Yeah, in the last 5 years, when I first came here in 1982, it was kind of, people didn't really know where it was. They thought it was somewhere near Greece. Yeah. You know, as a matter of fact, when we first came here, we played at a place called Billy Bob's in Texas, Fort Worth. We were walking along through the car park, and this guy, this huge guy, I assume was a Texan with a great big stomach and this hat, he heard our accents. He said, where you boss all from? And we said, oh, we're from Australia. He said, oh, yeah, how's Grace Kelly doing down there? and I didn't know what he meant, really. And I thought, Austria, Monaco's kind of...
Former princess of Australia.
But now they, right.
She was beloved by the Australians, too, that's pretty strange. Tell me about the name of the album here is Looking for Jack, and then you have...
I'm so excited.
It looks a little like, is that you doing a little Jack Nicholson there?
A little Jack.
Yeah.
As opposed to my big Jack.
Well, I don't think we can see that. It's on the back here, and you don't... Of course, you buy the record, you're going to see it in the fold-out. But tell me about the name for the album.
Well, I was driving around Los Angeles rehearsing for the album, and I thought I had a record, but I was like one track shy. And I just had this looking for going around my head all the time, because it seemed to me whenever you drive around Los Angeles, everyone drives around looking for something.
You really get that sense. You actually do, yeah.
And they kind of wind down the windows, expect somebody to say, excuse me, can you tell me where somewhere is? You know, because everyone's, where's everyone going? Everyone drives everywhere. And I had this thing, and I didn't have a hook to hang it on. And I was at a Simple Minds concert. Next to me, I looked at this person that had the coat and the sunglasses, and I thought this was Jack Nicholson. I was so excited. I thought, well, I can't... you know, not let this opportunity get away from me. So I said, oh, my name's Colin Hay. I used to sing with a band called Men at Work. I just want to say I'm a great big fan of yours. And he said, I can't hear you. And the band was playing, and I got really embarrassed, and I thought, oh, this is awful. So I ran into the green room, and everyone's drinking champagne and eating chicken, and I was talking to 3 or 4 girls, and Jack walked in, he made a beeline for me, and he said, I just want to say I'm a great big fan of yours, too. And these girls went, oh, wow, and I was kind of lifted off the ground, and I kept on looking. She was talking to me. I kept on looking over her shoulder, trying to find out where he was. And she said, what are you doing? And I said, you have to excuse me, but I'm just looking for Jack. And she said, yeah, everybody's always looking for Jack. You know, and so then I ran away and wrote the tune. And I've told the story a couple of times, and I'm just waiting for somebody to ask him. You'll probably say, I've never met the guy, you know.
But that's a great Hollywood story, and the album is terrific, too. I'm sure it'll be a big success.
Have you heard it?
Yeah, oh, yeah. We're listening to it all day. Some of us were... Some of us were dancing, as a matter of fact.
Which is your favorite track?
I think the one you just did right there would be my favorite. Colin, nice to see you. Good luck to you. Thank you very much for being here. We'll be right back with John Savage.